Welcome to the PEARRM Services YouTube channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for weekly updates. Welcome to Season 3 of the PEARRM Services Leadership Series. In Season 3, we will focus on one area per topic that is the most important area for each leader to understand. For this topic, we will focus on communication and the importance of communicating with your employees, but also two-way dialogue. In this episode, we'll talk about the importance of ensuring that leaders are communicating with employees, but also listening for feedback. It's really important for leaders to listen for feedback to ensure that the ways in which they are communicating are landing. So leaders who are delivering messages electronically should be sure they are asking for feedback from their employees and giving the employees an easy way to provide feedback. So what might feedback look like? If a leader is putting out a newsletter, that newsletter should be monitored as it relates to clicks. If the newsletter is going to 700 employees and only 30 employees actually open the newsletter, then the next question should be connecting with leaders and finding out what's the best way to communicate with those employees. If, however, the newsletter is going to 700 employees and there is a click rate of, let's say, 500 or even 350 or 400, that's a good click rate. It means that the majority of the workforce, or a good chunk of the workforce, are actually engaging with the newsletter. So then as a leader, the next step will be to find ways to continue to engage and to encourage employees to share the information with others and encourage them to do the same. So what might that look like? A leader who's putting out a newsletter and seeking additional engagement should ask the employees who are clicking and engaging with the newsletter, what are some of the things that they like? And what are some of the things that they would like to see change? Now, just asking a question will not get responses. And so some leaders have been very creative about how to get that feedback. So that could look like a competition. And a competition might be, if you respond to the newsletter question by clicking on this link, you would automatically be entered into a drawing. And that drawing could give you a gift card. That drawing could give you a day off with pay. Many employees love that. There could be different ways for leaders to engage with employees. For those leaders who are actually having town hall meetings, at the end of the town hall meeting, have a QR code. Or if you're in an environment that's not very electronic, get creative, have a Dropbox. Encourage employees to provide feedback. Employees do want to share their feedback. Whatever you do as a leader, it's really important that whatever messages you are landing are getting to the employees. So it's important to, one, check to ensure that the employees are receiving the information. Two, check to ensure that the information that you are delivering is actually being received by the employee and being received in a way that is important to them. The other important thing to pay attention to is adjusting. If you are sending information to employees and you're using the best communication method ever, and you're still not getting engagement, adjust. And even if you only have a handful of employees who are giving you ideas, please take those ideas seriously, and please adjust to ensure that the message that you're spending the time creating and delivering is being received by your employees, and that you are adjusting as needed. As a leader, it's important to deliver information and to communicate. But it's also very important to ensure that you're getting feedback from your employees and that you are adjusting the ways you communicate and what you're communicating about based on employee feedback. Thank you for listening to this week's topic, and I look forward to connecting with you next week on the next leadership topic.